Okay, hello. So, more Satisfactory. Um, we're in a state where everything has become uh very complicated, let's say. Mm, so, last time we we worked on some sink overflow stuff. Mm, and now we're producing a decent amount of points all the time, which is nice. And yeah, we have 19 coupons waiting in here. It's not that much, to be honest. I'm a little disappointed at the production rate. And yeah, so any overflow goes into the sink. Pretty much that's how it works now, as we see. And the same happens back here also. This is a big mess. That's just how it's gonna be. And yeah, we also have overflow handling here. All of these things also going into the sink. Oh, I didn't want to pick that up, but it's fine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It takes a while to get coupons at this point. We're making 170k per points per minute, and we need 500k. So it's like, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes per coupon at this moment. Let's see how that will change. We also have to keep in mind that, of course, these belts will start emptying out a lot more. And I'm curious when that will be. We should also sloop these industrial encased beams. That makes sense. So yeah, maybe we should look to do that immediately. The first thing we do, because we forgot about it last time. But it's quite important that we do it. And that way we can also check out the belts up here. So they're still actively coming in, these items. But that should change at some point. Yeah, here we see the turbo fuel at least. The end of that line. Okay, let's sloop these industrial encased beams. Because we need a good amount of them. So they're coming from here. Okay, nice. Here we are. Good. So then we're just multiplying the output, quite simply. So we should see 2 coming out. Yep. Good. Okay, and then the big task for today will be working on turbo motors, which will suck. So yeah, that's gonna be the main point of today, and let's see how well we can work towards that. Wow, There's a lot of plastic and rubber still. I'm surprised. How is there this much? It is actively being synced. Yeah, I'm very surprised that this line is still full. I'm gonna continue to go towards this direction to just see when it stops being full. If it does. Are we really overproducing plastic that much? And rubber, for that matter? I guess so. I'm surprised. But here at least we see the rubber not coming in as fast as the plastic. Okay. So what about the polymer resin here? At this point none of it should really be going to the sink. I'm pretty certain. I'm just surprised about this plastic thing. It's not like you're making them crazy fast. Yeah, I mean, they are slowly being emptied out over time, I guess. We also have this one making plastic as well, so yeah. Okay. Nice. Let's then look at the aluminum stuff, which is gonna be exhausting. We need to do a lot of work on it. We have the aluminum calculated so far for the heat sinks, at least. Oh yeah, right, we're working on the cooling systems first also. I forgot about that, so yeah. That is one thing. So we're working on the cooling systems first, and then we will be working on the turbo motors after that, I guess. Turbo motors will be very, very rough. Hello, Garden Elf. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Okay, let's see. So these have weird flickering going on. Interesting. We should have some bombs actually be able to make some. Yeah. How are you doing today, Garden Elf? So, yeah, I just want some bombs to be able to easily clear out the space here. We have surprisingly little coal. Hmm. A 100 bombs? That sounds fine with me. So, I cannot fully remember how to do the cooling systems, but we have the calculations on the right side of the screen, so we should be kind of fine. I just have to remember how to make things, that's it. Okay, we'll add 50 of these to the cloud. Good. There we are. Then we can blow up some things. These are finally out of the way. Nice. Good, so cooling systems. We need heat sinks. Okay. So I think we ended with looking at the smelters. So we are making 345 scrap per minute. Okay. And we're definitely not using that. Say 345 divided by 6. 57.5. So I think we're gonna have 6 smelters. Thankfully it's easy to extend on this build. Okay. Good. And we take these belts and send them around to here. Nice. Finally we have to also split here. Okay, good. And we have to adjust the overclocking to 57.5. 57.5 divided by 2. Okay. Good. And then we just plug you guys in. That's it. Finally connect those. Okay. Good. And so now that is handled. Then we need to make the sheets. And they were in the assembler, if I remember correctly. They are. And we need 60 of those. Yeah. So 2 assemblers. Okay. That should be fine. For that we will also need a little bit of copper. might want to adjust things a little bit. So we need to be making 75 of those. That's easy to remember, I think. But we need the copper. And I believe it was somewhere up here that would have been the best. Yeah. It's a pure node, which I feel like is a bit overkill. We also have the option of Mark III miners. Mark III miners could be useful in some places. So yeah, this copper. It's not as far as I remember it being, so that's good. That's a crazy looking thing. Nothing interesting up here, no. But an interestingly big spider. Got you. Good. Are. Okay, so this copper, what is under you? I missed but didn't somehow. Okay, doesn't really seem like there was a point to those existing. I don't know where this copper is. It's here. Okay. Good, so we'll make use of this. Yeah, I just wish it was not pure, but that's fine. I mean, it's not really like it's a big deal or anything if it's pure or not. Guess we could even start making Mark III miners, but I'm gonna keep it to Mark II for now. Okay, good. Welcome in, everybody. Chat is a bit quiet today, but I hope that you're enjoying. I can see we have a few people in here, at the very least. And yeah, for anyone who just came in, we're working towards cooling systems. That just flew right through the tree, apparently. Better. Okay. And that one did as well. Okay. Let's check. So we need 38 copper per minute. Basically nothing. Okay. Let's look at the splitter. We want input on that side. And then just lined up the best we can. Like so. Let's build out the platform little bit if there wasn't a spider down there. that I could see the outline of. Can I hit it? Did I get it? I think so. Okay, let's try again. I think this is enough space for the smelters. Okay, like so. And then, yeah, 38 divided by 2. Good. Finally, just expand the platform a little bit more. Okay. We build a merger here, sending it forward. It's fine. And finally, we meet up here. Good. Then we have to figure out how to get it up there. We can go vertical like this. Oh. How did you get up on the platform here? I really dislike those. Okay. We can maybe build a little higher just to be safe. And then a 1 meter on top. Okay. Let's build a little. And I guess let's have these guys actually meet here instead, because that's centered to the foundation at the very least. Perfect. I think we should be able to fly all the way up. We definitely can. Good. Oh, not vertical, but soup. Any additional things that we would need? I don't think so. So that's very nice. Okay, we should be able to just go from here. Very, very nice. This tree should go. We don't like trees in this world. I'm definitely not an environmental activist in this game. Well, I guess maybe you could say that, but not in the sense of wanting to protect nature. Okay. So then we can go like this. And we can send it down through here. Good. That should work fine with me. Let's not build this conveyor fully, or this lift fully yet. And let's have a power pole come up here. Okay. And then we'll simply just send power along. Yeah, we're getting there. Then we should have the copper flying through soon enough. I really don't like this one connecting straight to the machine, so maybe we go like here. Okay, that's fine. Good. So it's significantly underclocked, that's fine. Good. And then we see copper ingots coming through also. Nice. Then we simply just need to conveyor belt all the way. Just have our eye on the industrial beams, but we should be fine. We did sloop the output earlier, so I think we'll be fine. Okay, let's go around the corner here. And then let's hope that it doesn't want to do a slight turn at the end. It doesn't. That's good. Sometimes straight mode is a bit weird after you go around a corner and it wants to slightly bend the end of the belt for some reason. See the copper ingots coming. And then finally here. And then we have that. We need to move you slightly. Okay. Let's see, logistics. We split first. Here is fine. And then we have the constructor. That's okay. And then double assembler. I hope there will be space. Okay. The L-clad. Yeah. That is correct. We also needed copper sheets. Copper sheets for the heat sinks probably, right? Oh. Yes. What about the cooling systems? I guess they're also in the assembler. Oh no, they were in the blender. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's see, so then we do the belt. We split. We would want to move these a little further. Like here. Okay. Let's also make sure that you're doing your thing again. Making 75 per minute. Okay. Good. It's fine. Then we... Oh, this lines up perfectly. That is lucky. Okay. We take a splitter. Line you up. Like that is fine. Hello, Plump. Do you have something for me? You do? Steel beams. Not that interesting, but sure. Okay. Then we can take you. Sure. That should work. It doesn't. Oh. You are slightly raised above the ground. Is that correct? It is. I wonder why that would be. Please, could you... It's probably this, not tree. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, now it looks more flush to the ground. Could I please get the splitter? You're so annoying. There's a good reason why I don't really tame you guys that often. Because you just want to get in the way all the time. Okay. Finally we put you through. Like that. Then we can connect here, I guess. Sure. So that's those done now. Now we need the copper sheets. So we should easily be able to split here. I guess we can do it here, that's fine. But I do want it to be in like a set height. So creature is in the way. Hello? Could you come here, Plump? Please. So you're stuck now. Okay. Well, it's better to have you be stuck than not, I guess. So we can send it around here, that's fine. Let's see if we can easily split here then. No, it's still not gonna want to snap. What we can then do is potentially a conveyor pole. Maybe. Yeah. See, now it's snapping. Nice. Okay. We don't need to be in vertical mode anymore. We can send you forward to foundation here, that's fine. Okay. So we need to be making copper sheets. Fine. We can have you go there, it's okay. Cover sheets. And we needed to be making 36 of those even. What? I definitely miscalculated here, something here. Then. So heat sinks. We want to make 12 heat sinks per minute. Yes, it's all okay, Garden Elf. I'm doing all fine, all fine. 36 copper sheets per minute. Okay. So we definitely miscalculated something. But that's not a big deal. Lunchtime soon? Yes. Oh yes. Yes, I'm one off the 40 follower goal. It's nice. And then I'll be working towards the 50, which allows me to get VIPs. So that's gonna be exciting. Okay, so we need to be making 36 copper sheets per minute. So that would be 36 divided by 4. Yeah, let's say 4 constructors then. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it is indeed exciting. I would have never expected to reach 40, even 50. So, I mean, let's see. I haven't reached any of those yet, but I think it's quite likely that I will hit at least one of those. And if I'm lucky, I will have my 40th today. Let's see. Okay, good. So that's the copper sheets. Then we just need to put you all at 9. Oh. Okay. So we definitely need to adjust our copper production then, which is fine. Logistics, we wanna split. Okay, here, to here, and to here. Good. Then we just need to hook you guys up to power. And now you're making copper sheets. Nice. You can merge in front of you. Then finally we can send you down. Some multi-layered little factory of copper sheets here. And welcome in everyone who's here. We have a good amount of people also lurking around. I appreciate you coming in. It means a lot, even if you're a lurker. Okay, so yeah, I just counted 1 for some reason and not 4. So 18 times 4 is 72. That's a lot more copper than we initially expected. That means 92 copper total. Okay. But we'll easily be able to support that, so it's all good. Let's go and handle that immediately. Okay, so 92. So let's expand this then. this. Okay. Oh. Good. And merger can go around to this place. And then we merge here. Nice. Okay, connect you guys up also. There we are. Perfect. So 92. Okay, and then we say 92 divided by 4 is 23, okay. There we are. And then we send it through. Nice. See those coming. Good. And well, that's gonna be the heat sinks. We didn't rebuild this belt. We definitely should. Okay. Then assembler. We can put you like here. I mean, we can put it here. Put it one closer, I think so. Okay. Then we simply just maybe do want to make good use of the space that I have, but I don't think that I can really do that here. Let's say I was to place you here. Sure, that can work. I believe so anyway. So, we merge in front of this input. Okay. Let's move the assembler one away. So here. That's fine. There is an equivalent distance here. Okay. if we send you like backwards, like here? Okay. Oh. Okay. Then finally, logistics. Oh, a conveyor lift here. Yeah. Thought so. So we can do like this height. Um. Okay. What if we say like that? No. We need you like one to the left here, I think. Oh, that's the wrong thing. So one to the left and one up, I believe it would be. Like that. And then we can connect you too. Yes. Nice. There we are. We can connect you here. And then we have heat sinks being made. I hope. We definitely don't. Because we also need the outlet sheets. Oh yeah, we are making those. Good. Amazing. Oh, funny one in here. There will sadly be an ad break of 3 minutes in 3 minutes. I'm sorry about that. I have to run ads. If I had a choice, I wouldn't be running them. But yeah. That's just how it works here on Twitch. Okay, so those are heat sinks now being made. Nice. That alone took like an hour today. Wow. And the reason why I say wow is because, well, we need to be making cooling systems. So that's one part of it. Now we need to figure out the rest. So we need water, we need nitrogen gas, we need rubber also. On top of all of that. I'm curious if we have any specific rubber thing. Recycled rubber, no. So the search function in here is a bit strange. So it's not always gonna search correctly for some reason. But that might be our only rubber recipe. We should be able to see if we search it up in the codex. Yes. So we only have the option of making rubber through oil. I was hoping that maybe there would be some way. Maybe there is still, like plastic. That's also only through oil. Either way, so yeah. No. Okay, well, we have those things handled now. Then we just need some nitrogen gas, water and rubber. Water is easy. Rubber and nitrogen gas I'm a little more worried about. This is quite close. Okay. Sure. And then oil, I was pretty certain we had like nothing at all nearby. Oh, okay. We have some. Nitrogen gas and rubber is quite, or oil is quite close to each other. That's nice. Well, that's not bad at all. Let's see. So we just need to make use of them. And we need quite a bit. So this is only for storage, I believe, the cooling systems that we will be making. But then again, I might want to look up the wiki to see if there's anything to make with cooling systems. Because if not, then like buildings and so on, things that we will mass produce. But if there isn't, then I think we will just go straight to making turbo motors out of them. Okay, there is one thing making them, or making use of them, and that is the particle accelerator. But do we want to mass produce them and put them in storage just to be able to make a bunch of particle accelerators, or no? Because I don't think we will care about that, right? We won't really be needing to make a huge amount of those, I think. So we need them for turbo motors and we need them for thermal propulsion rockets. Okay. But in that case, we should overclock this slightly to 7.5. Which does change things slightly for us, or even significantly. So we need to be making 15 heat sinks per minute now. And of course that's a lot more of just everything. Yeah, so I think we have to redo our calculations a little bit. So we will need 45 copper sheets per minute. 45 divided by 4 is 11.25. Okay. Cool. then that's handled-ish. We need to then recalculate this, so it's a 2-to-1. So it's 90 copper per minute now for this. Okay. And it does mean we should update here. We should update 15 here. And then also 15 up here. If I remember correctly. 15, okay. Good. And the blender needed 15, yes. Okay. So that line is correct now. Let's do the Alclad sheets then. So they also need to be slightly overclocked. 75. So 75 divided by 2. 37.5. I guess I could do like this. Oh god, I have hiccups. Okay. Good. So that means 75. That means 75 aluminum ingots per minute. And that means 150 scrap per minute. Oh, not 250, 150. Okay, that means of course we have to change these again. Okay, so that's that. That means 37.5 plus 112.5. Okay. One 112 or 112.5 plus 75. It's 187.5. Okay. One 187.5 divided by 6. Okay. Just a tiny bit overclocked. What we can also easily do is to just sloop the cooling system output, right? And that should really fix all of our issues. Okay. So that means that we are then needing 62.5 times 6. That's 375. Okay. 375. Okay. Cool. I think I kind of just want to overproduce water. I don't have much of an issue doing that, to be honest. If the water extractors stop for a little bit at a time, it's fine. At least I would rather have them overproducing than underproducing, that's for sure. Okay, good. So now you're both fully overclocked. Good. But no, the problem is that I have to use all of this water. So I really shouldn't be doing that with the water extractors then. That's a really bad idea even. So let's set you down to 55 for now. And then we'll have to do the calculations again. Okay. Wait, we can kind of do that. No, I don't know what we'll need. Let's see. So we're definitely not creating enough alumina solution. That's fine. We'll have that handled. Okay. Alumina solution we need to make 250. So 125. 125. Okay. Sure. So in terms of water, we need 187.5 times 2. That's 375. Okay. We are making 125 here. And then that means that minus 125. That means that you guys should be pumping 250. 250 divided by 2. Okay. Cool. Okay. Good. So that should be water handled. And then we need to handle the coal and the bauxite also. So this needs 125. Okay. One, two, five. And 125. Okay. Good. 28 coupons now. Nice. Okay. So will you stop running at some point? Maybe because of coal, but that's fine. Oh, yes, no problem, Bread Boy. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Just be sure to focus on the road. Okay, so this seems to be working fine. I want to keep an eye on the efficiency, machine efficiency over time. But it is going up. We see the alumina solution also staying consistent. So then the coal, 125 coal. Maybe we could make use of the Mark III miner. Let's see. Yeah. probably should. There we go. So 1, 2, 5. Nice. Okay, so that's that handled. I'm curious about the turbo motors, what they will require. Radio control units. Yeah. Okay. Good. Things will be maybe alright. Let's see. That's at least all of this done for now. Which is very good. Yeah, then we just need to handle the copper will be different, yes. So it will be 25 copper per minute. So it is 115, I believe. Yes. So we also need to go back and update that. So this will be able to keep up. And then hopefully we should be good. So 115. Okay. We then take 115 divided by 4. 28.75. Okay. Good. Amazing stuff. Let's go back and check how it's going. Pipes should be full of water. Good. This one should also kind of be full of scrap. Not yet. Yeah, efficiency is going up towards 100%, so that's a very good sign. And at some point it will be backed up of aluminum scrap because these guys are not working anymore. Which is fine. Okay. So that's heat sinks. Only handled. That's insane. Because we need to do more than just heat sinks. We need to do cooling systems. So, thermal propulsion rocket. Okay. For that we need turbo motors. Okay. So it's not as bad as I remembered it being. We want to make thermal propulsion rockets, and for that, of course, we'll need fused modular frames. That's fine. Yeah. Good. So we don't need to set up an additional fused modular frame place yet, at the very least. I could imagine that we might need it for nuclear pasta, but let's see. Okay. So, turbo motors. Where and how do we make those? We want coal for that. We want... Let's see what we'll want. We have all of this done now, so let's remove it. Good. Okay. Because now we're making 7.5. We should be working towards making 7.5 cooling systems per minute. That's good. Okay. Cool. So 7.5. And the reason why we do 7.5 is because the turbo motors need 7.5 per minute. That's why. They will need radio control units. Thankfully they won't need supercomputers, which I'm very happy about. But we also need to set up a place for supercomputers either way. Okay. Good. So we can make 1.875 turbo motor per minute. And for that we need 7.5 cooling system per minute. Okay. We need 3.75 RCU per minute. We need 7.5 motor per minute. Okay. And we need 24 rubber per minute. Okay. Cool. So let's look at the cooling system. The heat sinks are done. So let's just not write that down. That's fine with me. We need 15 rubber per minute. We need 37.5 water per minute. Not bad. And we need a lot of nitrogen gas per minute. 187.5 mid gas per minute. Okay. Cool. That's not so bad. For the radio control units, that will be a little more complicated, I think. Radio control units. They of course need more aluminum. Maybe we would like to set that up at another bauxite place. I remember there being one fairly close. This way would be similar distance to actually we could just upgrade these to Mark III miners, that's fine. And then just expand up towards here. That's okay. I don't mind that. Because I really don't want to move so far from here. Okay. Good. Then let's see. So we need .40 alu casing per minute. I guess we don't really need to write per minute because I think the limit in the notes are actually based on characters and not not lines. Okay. They need 1.25 CO. Hopefully I can remember this. I don't know. These abbreviations. And 2.5 computers. Okay. Sure. Crystal oscillators. Need a bunch of stuff. It's gonna get complicated. Definitely. Very, very complicated indeed. Okay. We have the choice of the crystal computer, which I think I like compared to the regular. I think we should make plastic circuit boards though, because we will need rubber no matter what. So we don't really need the silicon one. We might as well just make plastic. That's okay. So, what is the regular computer recipe? Okay. I mean, to be fair, we should probably just make use of the regular computer recipe then. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. We're still good on consumption, but we're definitely creeping up. Okay. Cool. So... I wonder... They have to be in refineries no matter what, kind of. We could go for a sloppy alumina. Wow. That's actually a really, really good one. So, it needs less bauxite, less water. It doesn't create silica. And it produces the same amount of alumina. That's a fantastic recipe. I should have read that a little earlier. I'm pretty certain we have it. So, we should definitely get it. We can get so much more value out of things that way. Okay. Wow. I don't know why I never really took a closer look at it. That also means that we don't need this sink. But, yeah. Okay. For the crystal oscillators, we still would need quartz either way. Yeah. Okay. cool. That's a very good recipe. We should definitely make use of that then. Here. We just need to make some recalculations, but that's fine. It would easily allow us to have everything be it in this one place, I think. Which is ideal. Okay. Then we need to calculate the rest of the things. I really wish there was no character limit in here because it's pressuring me a lot into not going deeper into all of these, but I kind of have to. I don't really want to use external tools. So I want to keep everything in the game so that everything is visible and that I don't have to change between things all the time. And also to just have it be an authentic experience, let's say. If it wasn't my first playthrough, I would probably be using something like the Satisfactory calculator, but yeah, at this point, as it's my first playthrough and I'm experiencing this for the first time along with you guys, then I'm gonna try as much as possible to keep it in the game. So let's see. But yeah, it does make things very complicated because I cannot really go deep. With this. On the side here. So for the crystal oscillators we need quartz crystal, we need reinforced iron plate. Okay. Oh, 18. Okay, sure, that's fine. Call it that. We need 14 cable. We need 2.5 IP. Sure. Okay. I don't like that I have to abbreviate because that does make things harder for me to recognize. Okay. Good. So that's the crystal oscillators kind of calculated. Then we need to calculate the computer. And the computer will be the regular recipe. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 CB. That's 20 cable. Yeah. See, now we ran out of space. Okay. Then it's very tough I just wish I had unlimited space. I really don't feel like there's a good reason to have like limited space in here, but they probably have a good technical reason as to why. It just doesn't feel right. Okay, let's write 2.5 computers. Sure. And then 40 plastic. Fine. Then we need circuit boards. They're not made in here. So we do have the option of this circuit board with the silica that we produce. It's not necessarily a bad choice, but we will be producing plastic either way. So, oh, I'm also not yes, we need to recalculate some things here. I forgot about the numbers. 3.75, yeah. So that changes things. To 60. Oh. 60 aluminum casing. 1.875. Okay. This needs to be indented like that. And then it needs to be 3.75 computers also. Okay? Sure. That means that we need to adjust you. 3.75. 15. 3.75. 15 circuit boards. 30 cable. And 60 plastic. Okay. Then yeah, that should be more correct. Oh, I wrote the wrong number here. Should be 45, not 24. Okay, good. So that's the computer. Then we need to check out the circuit board. Let's not make the alternate recipe, let's make the regular recipe. And we need 15 circuit boards per minute. Okay. Oh. 30 copper sheet. Okay. And 60 plastic. Good. That's circuit board. Let's see, anything else? Then we need to calculate the motors. Okay. This was adjusted, good. So, oh, let's see, motor. Okay, so we need to make 7.5. Good. That means 7.5 motor. That will be 15 rotor. and 15 stator. Okay. And rotors. Require 30 rod. And oh, we have to make 15 of them. So let's make 5. That means that we can have a total of 3 assemblers making rotors. So let's see, rods, we need 25 times 3, that's 75. Okay, and then 125 times 3, 375. 375, screw. Okay. I'll run out of space very soon, also here. Then for the stators, we can also make 5. That is 45 steel pipe and 120 wire. Okay, so we will have to do a little bit of this at a time, I think. The problem is I don't have the total amount of like iron and copper and steel and all of that stuff calculated. That's the main problem right now. But yeah. I wish there wasn't a limit here. Because I really kind of need to write those things down. Yeah, I will just have to deal with it being this way, I guess. Okay, good. So, that's that. We might want to... What do we want to do first? We can make more aluminum casing. That's a choice. We can... we only need to make 60 additional. Which is not that much, but... yeah. How do the refinery aluminum work? They produce water. Wait, is it in the assembly? I cannot remember. Aluminum. Ingot. They are made in the smelter or in the foundry. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like the foundry one, even though it produces more. I guess it's not more efficient on the scrap though. It actually uses more scrap. Or maybe it doesn't. Let's see. So, let's say I put you to 30. And then slap you with impure aluminum scrap. Yes, indeed. Hello, Andu. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great remainder of your stream last time. So we then let's look at the smelting. Why am I so fast? Okay, it's just auto sprinting. Oh, that's the wrong thing. So yeah, so this one is more efficient on the scrap, like you produce more ingots per scrap, but scrap is not gonna be an issue with the sloppy alumina. We'll need a water loop, but it's easier. Yeah, I think I'll likely go for the sloppy alumina. I haven't had that set up here, but I will just have to adjust the line, I think. Because it's also so much more efficient on bauxite as well. And we're already having to overclock these. And now we'll have to add even more, so... But, oh, Andu, it's a very, very complicated part of the game now. It's very overwhelming. But I have like all of my calculations written down here. I've made a rule for myself that I'm not really gonna be using external calculators for this. I want to keep it in the game, and that's partly because it's my first experience playing the game, and I think that taking the experience out of the game is a little, I don't know, not what I want, at least for my first experience, to be. And then also, I think it makes more sense stream-wise for it that way. But I'm really running into issues with character limits in these tiny notes that you can write. So it's really annoying. It makes it very difficult to keep things in the game. But yeah, either way, I think I kind of have what I need to have written down, even though they're annoyingly abbreviated also. Like I have to remind myself, oh, what is RCU, what is CS, what is whatever, right? But that's to avoid hitting the character limit. The first thing I want to do is go towards those oil and nitrogen gas places down here. Here. Okay. And it is completely impure, all of it, but that's fine. Pen and paper shouldn't count as an external calculator. It's true, but pen and paper is not something that I can show on the stream. I've been thinking about like using Notion or some kind of note-taking tool as well, but I just don't like it. Notepad as well. Yes, it is true, but again, it's taking away from the stream. That's my main problem. Okay, I need to deal with you, it seems. Yeah, just stand still. Nice, making my life easy. I hear one. I don't. Oh, you're here. Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna forget about you existed. That's okay. Okay. Here's the oil. Cool. Where did this under me go? It's just gone. Okay. I don't know where it went. Oh, here. Deuterium is not being used much in this game, at least so far, which surprises me. Like, not even for these complicated recipes. It doesn't seem particularly useful. But maybe that'll change in the final phase, who knows? Okay, so let's add you here. So how much oil would we need? That is the big question. So we need 45 plus 15 rubber. That's 60 rubber. Then plastic, we need 60 plus 60, that's 120. Okay. And then let's build 2 refineries. I cannot really because this is in the way. I'm gonna adjust these, I'm just using them to look up recipes, essentially. I prefer looking at them through the machines rather than the codex. For me it seems a little easier to grasp. So we will need the most amount of plastic at least. I just checked the late game Deuterium use. You're going to regret saying that it's not used. I see. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I've just noticed that I'm only using Quickwire and I'm barely using any of it back at base, either way. So, but yeah, it's good to know that it will come into use at least. Residual plastic. Okay. So, residual rubber. Turn heavy oil residue into resin. No. Into petroleum coke. Yeah, it's true, but I already have those things now. It's just like whatever with Deuterium, right? So plastic. Is there anything interesting we can do? Plastic. Recycled plastic. Okay. And then rubber had the same kind of thing, right? Yeah, recycled rubber. Okay. So, likely what I'll do is make it all the regular way. Let's check. Yeah, I cannot check it because you are not active, which is super annoying. So we'll have to find a way to send power over here. The copper is quite far, but that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna send it from the copper. Platform tower power towers for the win. Yeah, I actually haven't used them at all, to be honest. I don't feel much of a reason to use them. Can I place you here? I could. Sure. Sure, I mean they reach further from my understanding, but that's kind of it. Oh god. Oh, you won't come for me, but you will. Of course you will, and here are more of you guys. I'm lagging so much. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck in water. It's never good in this game. Oh god. There's so many of you. And it's causing so much lag on my PC. Okay. Ouch. If only I had better bombs. But I don't. These are not easy at all to deal with. That's the big one down at least. Okay. Oh, I have to be careful. Yes. Okay, almost died, but I did survive. I just wish it wasn't so laggy. Oh god. Okay. That's one. Whew, okay. At this point I should have access to all the ammo types. Yeah, I have turbo ammo unlocked, but I prefer the regular ammo to it. I haven't done anything with rocket fuel yet. I believe the final one is kind of connected to rocket fuel, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's see. This oil was somewhere in this direction. Over there. But I do want to look into rocket fuel sometime soon, I guess. It's still further this way. Okay. Homing ammo should help with spiders. Oh yes, I forgot about that. I do think that I have those unlocked. Okay. Good. So now we have power here. Then we just need you to activate. Okay. So the potential is 180. not a lot, because we'll need a lot. Yeah. We will need a lot. Heavy oil residue. Okay. I want to check if there are any. I remember there being one. Do I? I don't trust the search in this menu because it barely works. Oh, there will be an ad break in 2.5 minutes. Sorry for that. As I keep saying, I have to run ads on my channel. If I had a choice in the matter, I would have not run ads at all, but sadly, that's not a possibility in my case, or in affiliate cases on Twitch. Yeah. It doesn't seem like we have any heavy oil residue. Packaged heavy oil, petroleum coke, diluted fuel. Diluted fuel does solve things. Oh, hello Nax, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. The factory must indeed grow. And it's growing exponentially. Hope you had a great weekend. So yeah, we'll likely look at that because we have water right next to us. So we had recycled plastic. It's not gonna be that easy. Or yeah, so what we could do is we could make fuel out of the oil. That produces polymer resin also that we can turn into plastic and rubber. Okay, cool. And so recycled, we only have the recycled plastic one. So let's maybe rescan a few things. I don't know what's good to rescan and so on, but the Caterium wire could be interesting here to use, but it's not like we need a whole bunch of wire. Iron wire I don't care for. Iron pipe. Then we can skip the whole steel. Yeah. I get them back. Yes, I know. You're far enough to have most interesting recipes unlocked. I do like the idea of the iron pipe for the stators. Yeah. So then I don't need to have coal at all, I believe. It completely skips coal. Yeah. So I definitely want to do that. So I'm selecting that one, that's for sure. Let's see, anything else? Fine black powder. This whatever. The rigger motor sounds It's probably, I don't know, more efficient, but yeah, iron wire could be good. And I'm also skipping copper. But no, I'm not, because I have cable either way. So I need to make cable either way. I guess I could make that through iron itself. So yeah, it is true. And I have so much iron near me. Okay. I mean, maybe I'll get it back, who knows? Caterium computer is also interesting. But it needs rubber instead of plastic. So it's like, it's not really doing much for me. Other than introducing, what's it called? Caterium into it. Iron pipe is good, though it requires about 2 metric tons of iron. Yeah, but I have my 3 miners now, and I have a ton of iron near me, so I definitely think it's gonna be smartest to just skip out on coal completely, in this case. But yeah, this one I can rescan, I think. A radio control system. It's kind of the same recipe, isn't it? Yeah, just getting rid of... Wait. RCU. It's getting rid of computers for the sake of circuit boards. Would be nice, but... yeah, that could also be very nice. That means that I don't need to make computers anymore. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Andu. I do kind of like this. Because then I also have to just forget about computers. So I'm gonna take it. I might not use it. We'll see. It does completely change all of my calculations though. Which I'm not a fan of, but either way. I'm gonna take it and then maybe I'll make use of it, maybe not, who knows. Steel screws, I don't like. Tempered copper ingot, no. Let's just rescan here. Instant scrap. Yeah, that's too complicated for me to want to work with. Compacted steel ingots. Could be interesting. Silicon high-speed connector. I mean, I'm not really producing that much silica, but it could be interesting maybe. From what I understand, pure recipes are quite useful often. So I do also have the pure iron, even though it doesn't show up, I think. Maybe I even unlocked it already. I don't know. Iron ingot. I'm pretty sure I have it in my MAM. So I could also use that to make even more iron out of my thing. Yeah, I have it here. It's so annoying, and now I'll be able to search for it, right? Yeah. But before that, it wouldn't show up. I don't understand this search function. It's very confusing. Okay. Cheap silica adhered iron plate. Could be interesting, but iron alloy ingot and Caterium circuit board. Caterium circuit board also sounds quite useful. If I was to use Caterium instead of copper, for the circuit boards. Do I then... I would still need cable for the crystal oscillators, so I cannot cut out copper fully. Yeah, it's really bad. I don't understand how they messed it up so much. But yeah. Copper rotor is interesting, I guess. Aluminum rod I will probably never make use of. OC supercomputer. It's possibly something that I would like to use. But I'm not gonna pick it now. Steamed copper sheet is interesting, maybe. Electrode aluminum scrap. Ooh. I don't like that recipe. It can probably be good in some cases. Let's rescan these. Pure quartz crystal. Sure. Insulated cable. Well, it's gone now, Nax. I mean, it will come back at some point. My plan with this save is to unlock every Steam recipe, Steam achievement. So I should have, and one of those is 100 hard drives. So I should have all the recipes at some point in the future, I guess. Yeah, all recipes that allow to use water is good. Yeah, they're good probably for the amount that you get out of the process, right? But it also introduces you needing water for certain things. The quick-wire stator. That could definitely be interesting. Heavy flexible frame, fused quartz, crystal. Okay, I'm gonna rescan this one. Turbo blend, rubber concrete. Yeah, water is just about infinite. It's just good to get more output per ore. Definitely, I agree. I can't even remember what I was looking for now. Oh yes, the recycled. So, I have recycled plastic at the very least. And maybe there's a chance I have recycled rubber. I do. So, I'm just rescanning for no real reason, I think. Okay. Let's select the recycled recipes at least. Sure, that's fine. Because I think I should be able to get significantly more output out of those. I remember Rob mentioning something about exponential fuel or oil out of something. Encased pipes. Yes, well, so this is what we'll have so far. I feel like I really need to write down some things, and I need to take out my notepad outside of the game, sadly. So let me... I wish I didn't have to be honest, but I really think I need to in this case. So let me put that up on the screen so that you can see what I'm doing at the very least. Right, that should be visible. So, okay, I just... Oh! I didn't mean to throw down a bomb. Okay. So... we have... this. I might wanna... put it down here. I think that's... not gonna be as much in the way. So... we have... residual fuel. So we wanna make fuel. Okay? That makes fuel and polymer resin. Okay. Cool. Let's build another refinery. Then we can make residual plastic from polymer resin. Will this even be good? Now I'm like... needs rubber, right? It's a lot more cost efficient than regular encased beams. Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy no matter what this here. So I will want to make residual rubber from the polymer resin that's being made. Sure. That's fine. And so I need some of that rubber to go into making plastic also. Oof. This is gonna be very confusing to figure out math-wise. So let's say we need to make how much rubber? We need to make 60 rubber and 120 plastic. Maybe even more plastic now. That means we need to... let's try to calculate how much we need per 60 rubber or plastic, right? So we can make... oh, I'm writing in the notepad by accident. Let me also increase the font size of the notepad to like, I don't know, 18 maybe? Yeah. Should be more visible. I'm only seeing this on a very tiny screen, so tell me if that's not visible. 60 rubber slash plastic equals whatever. Okay. Good. That means we need to make... and the problem is I'm not good with math either, so I have to figure this out. So let's put you down to 15. That means 30 polymer resin. That's at least a 1-to-1 here, which makes life easier for me. Then fuel means... okay. That also makes it a 2-to-1 of this residual rubber recipe to plastic. Or rather, a 2-to-4, I guess, but I need 2 of these running. How do I even do this? I wish I was good at math so that I could just immediately say, oh, this is that, this is this. But I just suck at it. 40, we need 30. And for this, so we're gonna overproduce something, no matter what. And if we overproduce something, I would prefer that to be the polymer resin because that can be synced. right? So let's start from the base resource. Yeah. Yes, definitely. So let's say we want to make 60 fuel per minute, right? That gives us... No, we want to make 30 fuel per minute. Because that gives a one-to-one fuel to plastic. Or... Yes, well, I'm trying to figure out exactly how much oil I need to have incoming. That's the thing. Because I know that I need 60 rubber and 120 plastic. So for example, something like this, right? I know that we're creating a residual or a byproduct in the polymer resin, which we can then use to make residual rubber or whatever else it might be. We can use the fuel to pump into this recipe, for example. That means 60 fuel per minute. Sure. And then 45 polymer resin gets made. Yeah, simply what I want to get out of it is 120 plastic and 60 rubber. That's kind of it. That's all it needs to do. So, okay. Yeah, exactly. So essentially 180 plastic slash rubber. So we need to figure out how exactly we end up producing that. We know with this amount of fuel and crude oil, we can make 120 plastic. But we need the rubber also to be able to do that, right? Yeah. Well, it's also a confusing line, I would say. Work with 120 plastic first. Yes. So we have this. We're already producing enough fuel to sustain plastic, but we're not producing enough rubber to sustain plastic. So what we could consider is I'm gonna hide this notepad for now because I'm not using it right now. So that means that I really don't want to use heavy oil residue. I want to keep it to fuel if possible. Though we can make the residual fuel also from it. So it's not like a huge problem. If we overproduce fuel, we can also send that into fuel generators, I guess. So let's say we need 120 polymer resin. We can also look at it that way. And then any additional fuel just goes into fuel generators. Yeah, I guess I don't really need them. I just wanted to use them, I don't know. they felt like they would be better on the oil. Yeah, because we're gonna be using a lot of oil. And this is like completely impure, all of them. So we have to be careful. So let's see. We will want to make a what am I looking at now? We want to make 120 polymer resin per minute to sustain this. Sure. But 120 polymer resin is a lot. It's way more than we could sustain, I think. 240. No, it's not. Okay. It's 240 oil, so we could overclock you to that amount. And then we should have definitely enough fuel and enough polymer resin. Essentially just, I guess, 3 refineries of this making fuel. And then overclocked to, or underclocked to whatever it needs to make 120 per minute. And then we can use the residual rubber to make the rubber for the recycled plastic. I think that's how we'll do it. Yeah, that's the simple way, and any additional fuel just goes into fuel generators, I guess. That's it. I don't mind that, really. Need to figure out, yeah. We want to send it forward here, probably. Because that's where we have space. At least some space. Okay. Sure, and you can go forward here also. Okay. I mean, yeah, we can build foundation on you guys now, even. It's not an issue. Yeah. So, I have the idea in mind, at least. I know what I'll do now, I think. Okay, let me hide my notepad that I have on my second screen now. Okay, good. So we'll want some pipeline. I'm just gonna use Mark II, even though I know that it's overkill. Like, I don't need it, but it's fine. Um, do I wanna immediately T-junction here? I guess so. Yeah, this slightly off stuff is gonna be annoying. Sure. Is there a better way? It's gonna be very, very ugly. Yeah. I have a better idea. Let's say you go straight. All of them just point straight forward. You're straight, you're straight, you're straight. You're straight. Okay. So T-junction straight ahead from you. Kind of. Okay. Good. We then, how does straight mode look here? Fine. Okay. We want you to actually be a four-way junction. We might have to reconnect these, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna do it just to be safe. Okay. Good. And then we can blow you up. And you. Then likely a four-way junction again. Meeting you here, you here, and then go forward, yeah. And this is straight, good. Oh. See. Oh, there is a hog, but it cannot get up to my platform, I hope. 225 crude oil is what you need, according to my math. Yeah, okay. Thank you. We can also blow you up. We don't like flowers in this game, even though you're not exactly a flower. We're kind of building away from where we want to send things, but this is just where we have the space that we need. So let's just do that way. Okay. This works, I think. So that's all the oil. Good, and we don't need to power these on individually. Let's see. Welcome in, everybody. Also, I can see we're quite a few people in here somehow. I appreciate you all coming in. I'm working towards. Well, oh, I hit my teeth on the cup in the game. I'm working towards some turbo motors and all of the plastic and rubber that I need for that. I just set up heat sinks earlier. Oh, I missed. So I have those handled. I just need all of the remaining things, which is still a lot. Into 150 plastic, from which you take 30 to make 60 rubber. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the refineries. So that means that I should adjust you to 225. That means that refinery. Let's see. Oh, I have to rotate you. We want to make a little more space. Like this. Okay, so the idea is that we make fuel from it all. Then we say so 225 divided by 3 is 75. So maybe we just make a fourth one even. But I don't like that that's uneven then. Straight to plastic. Not with that recipe. I see. And then take 30 to make okay, in that case I need a lot more refineries. So the idea would be to underclock them to this, right? And then 150 plastic. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yes. And then into residual fuel, yes, and then use that residual fuel to make the rest. So let me check how many machines I would want for that. 150 divided by let's say 6, even 8 then, because I would rather slightly underclock than overclock if possible. So that's 5. Even though 18.75 would likely give some annoying numbers. I guess I could also do 10. That's at least like a rounded 15. Like what would 18.75 do? Yeah. But if I was to 15, then it's a lot more rounded. I wanna do 10 then. that your new favorite emote, Garden Elf? GG. Let's see. Go here. Nice. So let's sample one. Guess we don't need to. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we can build the remaining 2 on this side. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's a lot of refineries. Let's put you to 15. Okay. Good. Yes. So that means that I would use some of that plastic to go into the recycled rubber, right? The 30 leftover plastic. Yeah. Okay. Seems good to me. Oh, I have the hover pack on. And not enough power near me. Okay, good. So that's 150 plastic. Where do we want to merge this? That is also a big question. We shouldn't do them like that, but rather find it straight. Should be fine. Okay, good. Plastic goes up. Liquid stays down. That's kind of what we want, I think. So we want to merge some together. That sum being 30, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 30 plastic. Okay. And then we will be making 75 heavy oil residue that we will be using to make fuel. Good. So we can have 2 of you, I guess. So if I overclock you slightly, like, where do you need to be? 125. Okay. That makes 50 fuel. And that means that I have 20 left over. Yeah. Okay. To go into generating a little bit of power. Sure. So, let's see. Where do we want to... We can put a four-way junction like here. It's fine. And then T's all the way. End here, good. Do the same here. Not tell if it's lined up. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Then we take the clean pipeline. Oh, we don't need the T-junction here also. Okay. Good. So that's that. Then refinery. So we go and let's see. We have you like here. Is that too sharp of an angle? Not on auto apparently. Okay. Then we need to make sure that you two are connected. Oh, you don't want to. So I guess these are slightly too close then. Okay. Let's just nudge you one straight. Then hopefully that should be fine. Good. Let's connect those. Nice. So that's the heavy oil residue to fuel. We want to make U75 essentially. Oh no, we don't. $125 divided by 2 is what we want. Yeah, that is better. I believe so anyway. 37.5 times 2 is 75, yes. Good. Then finally, what we do is we take the output from 2 of these machines. So we can make it these 2 at the edge here, at the end. Pump you forward. I want to have a merger here just because, but we can put you forward. Good. Whoa. I just went flying for no reason. Interesting. So there is some kind of frame rate bug, I guess you can make use of to fly higher, because I had a big lag spike that just made me fly crazy high suddenly. Okay. Then we need to so how would I prefer this one to be rotated? Yeah. I think like this should be fine. Let's have you in line with the other ones. So there. That's okay. Sure. And let's have this like so. Recycled rubber. Okay. Then we just need the fuel. So let's just have a T-junction here and here. Oh, that's definitely not what I want. So this one we just send around the corner. Like this. Good. And then here we have a fuel generator. Probably be placed here without issue. Okay, good. I don't know how much fuel you'll need to sustain yourself. So we'll turn it all on. Let's see how it goes. Oh. Well, maybe not yet. T-junction, or not T-junction yet. The regular one. I'm fine with this little bit of clipping, I think. You know, Garden Elf, sometimes I miss BMAC. I've been thinking about him a lot, hoping that he's okay. Okay. It's been a while since we've seen him. So okay, let's go and plug everything in. And let's see how it goes. Oh, also including the fuel generator. Good. Here we are. have plastic, you're missing the fuel. The fuel is coming through. So you have started now. 20 per minute. Okay. And we were making 50. Yeah, so it's exactly one fuel generator, not even adjusted clock speed or anything. Good. Amazing. Well, that's the setup, I guess. For plastic and rubber. We will merge in this direction. And just go this way. Okay, good. That's a bunch of plastic. And you're making rubber. Nice. There we are. It's not like this generator is really gonna make a big difference in any way, but well, we need to get rid of the leftover fuel somehow. And that's just how we do it. Okay, so there will be an ad break in 3 minutes. Sorry for that. If I did have a choice, I wouldn't be running ads on my channel, but sadly, I don't have a choice. Good. Amazing stuff. So all of this should just work, hopefully. Who knows if it actually will. Let's have you not lined up. No, you're not. Like that you are. Okay. Good. Perfect. Then we just need to run you across here. Then I guess we should make you run here. Then you can be alongside your sibling. Good. Amazing. That's rubber and plastic handled. Good stuff. Then we need to send it over, I guess. But before then, let's do some nitrogen gas also. I remember that being close by. I guess not that close. Down here. maybe we should also bring power lines with us. That might be a good idea. And good time to have an ad break because it's just gonna be a bit of traveling here. So that is if you're unlucky enough to get an ad break. I'm almost dead from that. Oh. Let's try again. Let's see, nitrogen gas should be further in this direction. Okay. I can place you on this uranium. So it's here. Let's get a little more momentum before we jump. Let's get up here. Yeah, I'll leave you alone. I don't have an interest in doing anything with you. Oh, a purple slug. I guess it's always worth picking up if it's just right there on the way. Okay. It's just straight from here. But where? Oh, down there. I see it. And I guess we didn't really need to bring a power line from where we came, but now we did. Anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. Okay. We have a big guy that we have to deal with. Is he irradiated? Yeah, he is. Thankfully we have a good amount of filters, so it shouldn't be a problem. Don't you drop remains? Oh, you did. It's right here. Hello? Are you friendly? You're not. What's behind this wall? Sam? And that might be all. Okay. Some radiation also, which I don't know where I'm getting from. This can be broken. The purple slug is hiding inside. Okay, good. So, we've been going for quite a bit. My thinking is I will set up this nitrogen gas thing. And then after that, I'll probably finish up the stream for today. But stick around because we will find someone to raid also. That's always fun, and other small streamers like me always appreciates a good raid with a decent amount of people. And that we have today somehow. 10 people watching here. Even though the chat hasn't been as active as usual, we have a lot more people in here than usual at the same time. Okay. So all of these are probably not on the same height, are they? They might be. That one is probably a bit lower. Let's build foundation. So I can build on you. Yes, good. So I'm gonna be building on all of these nodes here because I can. Creatures in the way. It's you. Can you run? Is that all of them? No. Okay, straight that way. So we can do a regular junction. No. Could we do a regular junction anywhere that makes sense, that feels nice? I guess we want it pumping going this direction. So the big junction should go on this side at the very least. Okay. We can place you here. Like here feels good, sure. Does it? I don't think that's gonna work. Let's place you here instead. Okay. And then we do a bunch of T-junctions. And we'll just continuously nudge. You're at a different height, which is not very kind of you. I wish I could rotate while in lock mode. Yeah, that's gonna cause a little bit of annoyance, but it's fine. Horizontal to vertical. Looks fine. What does straight mode look like? Yeah, I don't like straight mode in this case. Horizontal to vertical works fine. Sure. Then we can do. Then let's adjust this one. Because then I feel okay about placing you like here. Even no, here is fine. Okay. I hate that it rotates automatically sometimes. Oh, hello, Terry. Hope you're doing well. I saw that you were streaming on the weekend. Sadly, I didn't have time to join in, but hope they were great streams either way. Sleepy but good. It's just how it is sometimes. Okay, let's see. We're coming in almost at the end of the stream, sadly, today, but we are just finishing up getting nitrogen gas here in this area. Let's see. We then wanna do a T-junction like here. That's fine-ish. Here. Exploiting this fake world's natural resources just like a true capitalist pig. Yes, indeed, indeed. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Exploit. What is it? Explore and exploit is the catchphrase of the company that I work for here. So definitely. Good. And that's also why I go out of my way to make sure that nature never wanted to exist here either way. Should have never been born. So yeah, that's nitrogen gas now. We need to figure out 187.5. 187.5. Good. So that's what we'll be producing. Fine. Good. Amazing stuff. So now we just need to figure out what to do with the gas. But that will be a tale for another time. I'm sorry, Terry, that you just came in, got to say hello, and then at least have the chance to say goodbye for today. But, well, that's how it is sometimes. I appreciate everyone coming in. We've had a lot of people in here today, even if the chat hasn't been particularly active. What matters the most is that you're here, and even if you're lurking, welcome to you all, and I appreciate the support still. So we will find someone to raid, because, well, we want to help out other small streamers like myself, because I know how much it means. So please stick around for a raid on a new channel. Yes, we here, we lurk, yes. Thank you, Bread Boy, and thank you, Nax, to be lurking. Yes. All good, all good. It's just, it's nice to know that you're here also. And, yes, hi, Garden Elf also. Let's see if we can find another good place to lurk then. Um, hmm. This one has a title of Not Feeling Well, but has been streaming for 5.5 hours. That is crazy. Let's see. Getting biomass plant online. Let's see if they have a mic. I'm sometimes just gonna write in the chat. Let's see if they have a mic. Their game is quite not that loud, so that's a good sign of a mic at least, but I am not hearing anything from them. No, doesn't look like they have a mic, so let's try to find someone else. Yeah, sorry about this. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to find a good one to raid, but this one maybe. Oh,
I don't know where I put.
yes. I also see someone that I recognize in their chat, so let's go there. Yes, have a great rest of your day, everyone, and enjoy the raid. Have fun. And goodbye for now.
Yes, yes, yes.